Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Let me now take you to Osun State. Yes, trouble is brewing. But the National Judicial Council has constituted a committee to investigate multiple allegations of abuse of office against the Chief Judge, Justice Adekpele Ojo, the Chief Judge of Osun State. The NJC, chaired by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereakun, disclosed this in a statement following its 107th meeting held in mid of this month. The Council's Deputy Director of Information, Kembe Balola Ogedengbe, signed that statement, and the statement written part, quote, the Council also empaneled a committee to investigate all complaints and petitions against Honorable Justice O.A. Ojo, Chief Judge of Osun State. The investigation stems from a petition submitted by Temitope Fashion, an Osun-based activist who requested a review of Justice Ojo's activities in the petition dated October 14, 2024, and received by the NJC Fashion through our lawyer, SM Esankek, accused Justice Ojo of abuse of office, disobedience to court orders, mismanagement of public funds, and unilateral suspension of judicial staff, among other allegations. And the activist highlighted what she termed ongoing irregularities, corruption, and high-handedness, allegedly characterizing the Osun State Judiciary under Justice Ojo's leadership. I'm now being joined by Chief Sunday Ezakek. I hope Ezianakak. I always find it difficult. I don't know why, and also I've always put the punctuations and all the linguistic marking the Ezianakak. Thank you so much indeed for your time tonight.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate. What is your locus? You are not from Osun State. You are from Akwa Ibom State. From the last time I checked.
Well, I'm an Akwa Ibom man. I am from Akwa Ibom State. I am a lawyer. I am called to practice law in Nigeria as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court. So my jurisdiction is the legal profession.
And in Nigeria?
In Nigeria.
So you can put your nose and your mouth in a matter that is in Osun State, although you practice law in Abuja?
It's clientele. You can be briefed by clients.
So who is your client in this sense?
My client is one of the 5 persons that have been victimized in Osun State, Temitope Fasina.
And what, I mean, I saw the petition, and interestingly, what caught my attention was the reply that I saw by the NJC, acknowledging the petition and empanel a committee to sit on an investigation. That is the first, procedural powers the NJC has when it says get a petition as regarding a very senior member of the judiciary. So what are your issues?
Well, the issue is that the problem in the Osun State Judiciary, as you've rightly said, has been brewing. It is continuous. And there are persons who have fallen victims to this problem in the judiciary of Osun State. It has come on a note that even the judicial staff union of the state has tried to do their bits to ensure that justice is given to these persons. So our issue is that there are people that, because of the action or inactions of the CJ of Osun State, these persons have now become sufferers of those actions.
There was a time that the courts were closed in Osun State. No lawyer was able to go to court. People were in custody, and there are those who believe that this was somewhat a political issue between the executive in Osun State and the leader of the judiciary, which is the chief judge. You don't think that this is political in some nature?
Well, I wouldn't know the aspect of the politics. I remember as a Nigerian, there were that time that the court was shut down because there was also an industrial action. So I think those things culminated to that action.
Well, you also remember that the governor has asked for the removal of the CJ, which NJC had refused at that time.
I later became aware of that fact after we...
So you don't see that this could be a political move, which you probably are playing towards?
No.
Or you and your client are playing towards?
No, I may not. I cannot speak to the political aspect of it, but I believe that justice for one is justice for all. That is where our primary concern is. The fact that people are suffering because of the inactions or the actions of the judiciary in Osun State.
So what exactly is the offense of the CJ? The very noble woman who is leading the judiciary in Osun State. Why are these allegations coming left, right, and center against this woman?
Well, so I am a lawyer. I am not supposed to say who offends who. The job as a lawyer is to be able to look for a channel where grievances are addressed. Now, the 5 persons, the judicial staff of the state, some of them were all suspended by the instructions of the CJ of the state. Now, some of them had to meet a criminal panel. They were tried. You know, the criminal powers were imputed upon them.
This is a quasi-judicial process, isn't it?
No, I'm talking about what you are talking about. What is our grievance? Okay. What is the grievance?
Yeah. So these people that you said were empaneled by
they were tried in a criminal court.
In a criminal court.
Yes, it was a criminal court. Yeah, 2 of them were tried in a criminal court. You know, the full system evolved. You know, 2 of them particularly, they were accused of stealing printer and photocopying papers. You know, they were tried and they were discharged and acquitted. After that, it was expected that this person should be reinstated in their job. And for almost 2 years running, they are still under suspension, despite all avenue that they've been made, they've written letters, they've asked.
So when the court has acquitted them and discharged them, naturally they should have gone back to their work.
Yes.
And all their rights and benefits should have been given to them, and they reinstated. But then they didn't get that.
They are still up till today,
and
as we are talking.
The feeling of your client is that the chief judge is responsible for all that.
Of course, he is the arbiter, he's the final, he's the person that.
As a leader of the judiciary in the state, isn't it?
Yes, she is the arbiter. She's the final. She is the last person that make an order that affects them. She is the one that is responsible for their reinstatement.
Now, I look at a petition carefully. There's one that is about 18 pages. There's one about 30-something pages. And reading through all of those documents, which has now found as evidence that you have sent to the NJC. These are heavy and weighty allegations against the noble chief judge of Osun State. Part of what you said is that there is ongoing irregularities, corruption, high-handedness, abuse of office, allegedly characterizing the office of Justice Ojo and our leadership. And there are also grievances, including submissions that you have made through your office of mismanagement of public funds, disobedience to court orders, abuse of office. Do you have evidence to these, to all of this?
So the petition that our client briefed us, the petition, there were evidence, there were exhibits, there were even letters that were written to that effect.
Of mismanagement of public funds by
the petition is encompassing. The petition is encompassing.
I'm talking about the evidence which you have put as affidavit or
yes,
as exhibits.
Yes, they were exhibited. It's all been exhibited in the petition. The petition is volume. You understand? So our client has given us that instruction because, you see, we've been trying to look for a way to see how this seeming problem could be put to a stop.
But are you happy now that the NJC has acknowledged your petition? Because if for several years this has not been attended to by the highest power that has a regulatory duty over any judicial officer, I mean, are you happy that this is being done?
Before we came on, before we were briefed, we understand that there were several petitions that were written to the past NJC leadership, and that was not it was not considered. So now that we've been informed that they are giving effect to our petition, of course we are happy because we believe that as lawyers, it is the duty of the NJC to go through these allegations and find solutions so that our clients
will not continue to suffer.
So you have alleged these weighty allegations against the noble Chief Judge of Osun State, but you are asking, what are your prayers as part of? I mean, of course, you have alleged, but what are your prayers? What are you asking?
My client has alleged all the allegations as presented to us by our client is to the effect that as it's contained and encapsulated in the petition. Now, our prayers is that it is only the NJC that has the power to go into and look at our client's petition and decide. That is our prayers. We only want the authority to look into this because we cannot go any other way. The only place we can go is to run to the NJC and say, look, these are the facts, these are the issues. We present them. It is the duty of the NJC to look onto it and decide.
What are your fears about the ongoings in Osun State Judiciary under the leadership of Justice Ojo?
Well, the fear is that if from the facts we've presented in our petition, if all these are not given consideration to by the NJC, there will be impunity. Everybody keep talking about the executive arms of government interfering in the judiciary, in the legislature, you know. Now, if this continues, there will be a state of impunity. So we only run to the NJC so that NJC will do the needful and look at the petitions of our clients and give attention to it. And we believe that that is the only possible way that our clients will have solutions.
So you have faith in the process?
100%. In fact, under the current leadership of the NJC now, we believe, because they did not delay, they've informed us that attention is being given to our petition. So we have faith.
All right. Chief Sunday Ezenakak,
yes,
the lawyer to Mr. Fassino, one of the petitioners in this matter against the Chief Judge of Osun State, Justice Ojo, and wish you the very best and hope for the interest of the Osun State people that the Honorable Chief Judge of Osun State will have our time to explain ourselves in a manner in which if there is any evidence to show that she's not done any of this, she'll be also let off the hook in all of what has become a major storm in the judiciary in Osun State. But thank you so much indeed for coming tonight.
Thank you very much.
That's our show for tonight, everyone. Man, thanks for being part of it. I'm sure Kimale, God bless Nigeria.